Hey everybody, welcome back. So, um, let's see. While Glomlet goes about devising his plan, we need to see some preparation of our own. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they're short on armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the self-same energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use the device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Oh, and just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Okie dokie. One sec. Okay. Sorry about that. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. The plan is to have you enter a Cashroom Century all decked out in Imperial duds, but a disguise is more than just the clothes you're wearing. You also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best you learn it from the experts. So get yourself near as you dare to Cashroom Century and watch the Imperials doing what they do. Okie dokie, artichoke. yeah, 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 yeah. I gotta kill 5. Nothing to report, sir. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. Yeah. Yeah. What? You're silly. Yell at me like that. And the fearsome Morbulger falls to the newest brave of the Revenant's Toll Adventurers Guild. I'm not gonna lie, welcome to the confraternity, brother. Seriously, how'd you kill that thing? That Morbulger was something else. They say it started off as an escaped pet. Guess that's what you get when spoiled rotten meets red in tooth and claw. That thing slew more adventurers with its charnel breath than a whole parade of Gigas. Not that I wanted you dead exactly, you understand, but folk have been known not to come back. Well, that's all in the past, eh, brother? I'm not gonna lie, you're one of the Revenant's Toll adventurers now. Death to mortals. What a dude. Brother, can you spare some mare tails roots? I've none on account of those young cadgers from the Black Shroud. I told them the root tea'll settle that belly of yours, and the next thing I've given them all I have. You don't have any either? Why, every adventurer working these pirates ought to carry some with him. A poultice of mare's tail keeps wounds from festering, and you look a festering sort of fellow if ever I saw one. Since we're both short, how about you go and get us some? 8 roots should do it, I'd say. Yeah, that dude is definitely using us to get paid. What a weirdo. That's just rude. So, did you manage to learn the Imperial salute? No, no, no. Best you don't demonstrate it. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. Sark Malark. You are called, I'm not going to lie, Nunez. I have heard of your plight for my friend Cloudmund. As a fellow adventurer and son of Eorzea both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Century, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means from the bodies of their recently deceased owners. The fortified area before Casham Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It ought not take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, one for each member of the infiltration team. Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. Nice bike, bro. Nice bike. You have the readings? Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Yes, 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose, so I pray that we won't have need of their power. My thanks, I'm not gonna lie. How'd you like the fog fence? Free leechings every day of the year, but you got the livers, didn't you? There's a slimy gold, nicely cut. Here's your agility. You didn't try to eat the mud puppies, did you? Don't. Poisoned or muddy, those are the only flavors. Do they work? Oh, lad, everything works, and nothing's good enough for them. That's got the kind of guild to spend on such things. Ever gone a few paces east? It's not much to look at, but there's pieces from the Garlean wreck for the taking. Rust held together with a prayer most of the time, but now and then there's a nice plate off an airship. Time was adventurers sallied out to Revenant's told thinking the Garlean salvage make them rich. Sore disappointed they were. Domfred at the bakery, he was one, came for the Magitech, stayed for the marzipan, I tell him. But now that hardly anyone bothers, there's steady pickings. Go on, give it a try. I'll pay you top gill if you can find 8 good bits. If you find something likely, go to Wandering Breeze over at St. Coinox. Flynn, find and ask him what the stuff's worth. He knows his Garlean relics, that one. Okay, so we need to go this way, I guess, because we've got like 2 quests headed that way now, so... And there's more quests to pick up there. I don't know where I'm going. Alright. Want to go do our paladin quest, but we might wait a little longer. I don't know. Kind of want to do these, knock them out, but then I really kind of just want to do the main scenario quest. Homemade adventure, any comrade of Kakamishi is certain to be of great help to us. You are interested in helping, I trust. We sons of Saint Koinok have had our share of troubles of late, and your assistance would be most welcome. I think you will find it an equally rewarding enterprise. You want to know what these are? Well, there's still meat left to pick off the bone. This is made of cement, a Garlean alloy, greatly resistant, some might say impervious to cannon fire and beyond our capacity to create. If we could produce our own, there would be cement pouring out every metalworks in every city, or may have if we knew what metals are this ally. We could use the knowledge in other ways. Are you not wanting us to study these then? Just information? Let me guess. Goigom. Here are the pieces back. And tell her again that the sons are not here to provide free appraisals. Okay. These are all just experience and skill, and I don't really care about that at the moment. So we're just gonna go back here. Maybe we'll do these, but maybe not. I don't know. What's up? How's your stuff? How's your food? Mm. Well, is it to be Magitech or Marzipan? Did you find anything good? Well, laddie, Augarly instrument, huh? That will fetch something high, wide, and handsome from a trader. What? They can change the tide of war? Your problem, lad, is that you think too much. These are worth a good bit of gil, and the only tide you should worry about is the tide of ill you can summon with your share of it. But you're right about something. I should learn more about these alloys, so I don't have to go to the sun's hat in hand here. That's your share. Remember what I said about ale. If I find more of these ceramic pieces, who knows? Maybe I'll be able to pay back Wandering Breeze what I owe in a couple of moons. Okay. Level 46. Oh, it's a dungeon unlock. Oh snap! Brandon sent me his SoundCloud with his whole mixtape. Sorry about that, y'all. That's a friend from work sent me his mixtape, and he's really good. So I no doubt it's going to blow up and be fire. Heard a few of his songs already, and he's got such a good flow and rhythm. I love you more. Got him. I gotta go over here and get Mare's Tail Roots. Oh, sneezing, it's the worst. Feels like your brain's gonna explode out your skull. Where is this last one? Dang it. No, bro, I don't want what you're selling. My friend. My friendly neighborhood marble. me to use that free ticket. Oh, well. I can bold. There you are, brother. Got what we need? No, not for you. 1, 2, 7, and 8 now. They'll need to be prepared, and seeing as how we're both. Are you fair certain? You'll want one when that festering starts. Well, if you say so, I'll keep the lot and much appreciate the kindness. Dude, this guy is just trolling. So hard. Were you able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? I sure was. Damaged as I had suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith Eganolf at the Diamond Forge in Rowena's House of Splendor should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I have already sent word ahead and have been assured that he is expecting you. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. Well, that's good, because somebody's a snitch. So you're the venturer, sir, my lark. Centaur, you? I've been waiting for you. Now let's see what you got for me. I see. Yes, I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Sarkmalark a favor, too. Took good care of old Eganolf back in the days before I fell in with old Rowena, he did. Did you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose he always felt the venturer's life calling him. But here I go blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse birds for a moment or two, and the great Eganolf will have your gear looking good as new. Thank you, kind sir. We appreciate it. And there we have it. Won't do you much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, that's not your priority anyhow. Do send Sarkmalark my regards, will ye? Thank you, sir. Kind sir. Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? Aye. Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Eganulf never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a legatus. Thus equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst Imperial forces, lest you fear that the Garleans might detect your foreignness. Foreigners, in fact, form the greater part of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugated faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I am full glad to have been of assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. Good work getting them Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hashed a plan to get us a suit of Magitech armor. Now, from what I've seen, Castrum Sentry deploys Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's toll. So, hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shell, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of the old false intelligence, told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Tain't far from the truth now I come to think of it. Any road, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up until now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up in your shiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you want to lure them as near to Revenant's toll as you can. Like as not, though, they'll be wary of venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use this smoke signal here, filched fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that. And when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with their Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping in the perimeter right now, so run along, eh? Oh, and don't forget to salute. Oh, Nyx the frog. One of our covert operatives, are you? Carry on, soldier. Insurgents gathering to the east, you say? Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have it said that I was remiss. You return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should aught go awry, use your smoke signal to call us. Yes. Frickin' frogs. Frickin' frack. Yeah. They'll beat on them. About to beat on them. We're gonna show them who the boss is. Hope you don't mind my joining, seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry. I thought it best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. This is a place, but where is the enemy? Sir, over there. Send in the Reaper. Let us make an example of these insurgents. Okay, okay, okay. Rigged. Rigged. At last, our very own suit of Magitech armor. Not wishing to look a gift chocobo in the beak, it does seem rather the worse for wear, doesn't it? Biggs, Wedge, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. Hey, but aren't those things protected by elm-thick plate armor? They are, yes, it's odd. The casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. You got that, Wedge? Oh, mumble mumble. Cart chocobo. I heard that. A hall has been set aside for our use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there, I'm not gonna lie. Sir, yes, sir. Hmm. Limping. That's awesome. What a fantastic job. Slothful on. Magic armor, and the others took it inside. Go on in and join them. We've now had time to take a closer look at the repeater. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry though. Biggs and Wedge will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend, and they will think of naught else till the job's done. 'Tis a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. Repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the Machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Wedge has subsequently ascertained that the Magitech core which drives it is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordona, but all is not less. Wedge thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see him, would you? He'll explain the details to you. As I believe the chief has already informed you, the Magitech core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the Dunderhead maintenance engineers of Casham Sentry had remembered to replace their cores, we would risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there's a solution to substitute the Magitech core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. By my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We'll just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for a first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmiths Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Ulda and collect it. Oh, and to pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No. Well, they typically cost something in the order of. I hope you don't mind footing the bill. It's for a good cause. Wow. Wow. That's just rude, dude. That's just rude, dude. Okie dokie, artichoke. Hello there, come to collect a mammoth heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest examples we have at heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphino's personal use after all. He notified us a short while ago that his manservant would be coming to collect it. Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphino has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here's the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master. Go Alphino. Thanks for not making me pay it. That was the real one. We will pick up our level 50 paladin quest while we're here real quick. Do. Alright, let's go, Jinlins. Time for you to give me the sword, the chest, and the shield. The chest. Valor. Hmm. Welcome, Paladin. I had hoped to see you before I left. You remained a true friend even after the wrongs I did to you, and I owe you my trust. So I will tell you everything I have learned. After our encounter in the hills, I spent some time in the care of Solkzagiel, recovering from my wounds. As I convalesced, he gave me the true account of what happened these last few years in his solitary war against the Monetaris. After he went into hiding, he tried to get word to me about what was happening, but I was surrounded by agents in the pay of the Monetaris who kept me isolated and ignorant. They planted the lie that Solkzagiel was a traitor and tricked me into tracking him down. I was their puppet, twitching obediently at the end of the strings they pulled. But when I discovered that Death's embrace had been behind the demise of my brothers and sisters, they panicked, especially when they found out I had shared the information with you. They set a trap for us, and baited it with the promise of a parley with Solkzagiel. Solkzagiel was no traitor, as I should have well known, but I allowed myself to be deceived by the whispers of mummers and flatterers, and no, that was not a way of it. Not the way of it. It was not their lies that made me blind, but my desire and obsession to restore our honor. For the Sultan's Horn, in all paladins who have bent the knee to a higher cause, honor is a means to an end, not the end itself. I lost sight of that, and in so doing lost sight of my true duty. Solkzagil understood what was happening, and that is why he gave you the soul of the paladin. It was a remonstration, a message. Look how adventurers live. He was telling me, where does their honor, their authority come from? I owe my position to the machinations of the Monetaris. They calculated that a young captain, eager to prove his loyalty, bound by unquestioning fealty, would be all the easier to control. They were right. I am a sham and a fake, but the world does not know that, and even the illusion of power is the power of swords. I can use it to fight back. I will tell my subordinates that I'm fleeing to Snowcloak and Coerthas. When the Monetaris hear of this, as they surely will, they will send assassins after me again. But when they show their hand, I will stand my ground and fight back. I realize you may wish to offer your assistance, however, I cannot in good conscience put you in harm's way anymore. You too have become a target of the Cabal's assassins. The odds will be against me, that much is certain, but Solkzagil has taught me much, and if I am brave and vigilant, I know I can triumph. I'm sorry you have been caught up in our own political struggles, but now, as a paladin, it is time you traveled your own path. Ah yes, Solkzagil wished to have a word with you as well. You will find him in central Thanalan. Allow me to mark the location on your map. What is that? Sabo Tinder by Larina. Thank you for coming. I'm not gonna lie, we haven't much time, so I'll be blunt. Chillins will die if he faces death's embrace alone. I know what I must do, and I suspect you do as well. If you're the man I believe you to be, then we shall meet again soon. Dun, 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 na, 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 na. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. I don't know what to start next. I was thinking about maybe doing like dot hack GU because I'd really like to play through that because I never beat it in the past. I was thinking about I've got a bunch of the Final Fantasies, so I've got 7, 7 Remaster, 8, 9, 10, 10 2. I've also got the Lightning one, the Lightning was it 13, 13 2, and then Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13. So I'm not really sure what I want to do yet, but I have been thinking about it quite a bit. I was thinking maybe I'll do 9. I'd really like to play that. I never actually beat it. I got to like third disc and save file corrupted, so when I was way younger. Okay. Here we are to save the day. You as well. I told you to go ground. This isn't your fight. First Soxagale, not you. Are you both so eager to die? Can't wait to get that sword. You forgot that we are paladins. Wheresoever our duty leads us, we go, and do so of our own free will. To abide by one's own sense of justice is to embrace the paladin's creed. Sworn or unsworn, we are paladins true, and the only true oath we swear is the one we swear to ourselves. Yeah, got my wooden beady stick. Now come, let us stand shoulder to shoulder and show the black hearts the metal of our souls and the steel of our swords. Yeah. We gonna give it to them. Wrecked. That's not all. Found it. What sorcery is this? Likely the work of our mage. It pulses with a queer light. Up above, it's the mage. The grimoire. It's a trap. Oh, you think so? Oh, yeah, you guys got owned. Get it, boy. Oh, shoot, this video was kind of long. Oops. Oopsie. You've done well. You never flinched from your duty. You followed the path you knew you had to take, and you showed us what it means to be a paladin. And you've even managed to prize the scales from Jinlin's eyes while you were at it. It's been an honor to know you and to watch you grow. In any case, today's battle should blunt the monetarist dagger, at least for a while. They'll think twice before sending assassins after the Sultan's sworn again. I trust you will see to this mess, Jinlin. Yes, sir. I mean, Captain. Please, sir, return to the capital. Take up your command again. This burden. It is too much for the likes of me. The monetarist may have stolen Oathkeeper, but oaths are not forged in steel. They are sworn in the heart. You never betrayed your oath, Jinlin, and as for your leadership, we'll ask the paladin if he learned anything from you. No matter what the circumstances, once a man has left the Sultan Sworn, he cannot return. No, I followed my own path, and on it I will stay. I have followed you since the day I vowed to join the ranks of the Sultan Sworn. Has the time come for me to stop following and begin to lead? Thank you for coming. Once again, you have placed me in your debt. See me in the city when you return. I will have something for you. Yeah, you better, boy. Come all the way out here into the snow mountains and stuff. You've kept your oath and awoken the memories of the paladin's past. Yeah, yeah, I did. I did that. I did that. Ooda, 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 ooda. Boo, 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 boo. Boo-doo, boo, 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 boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo. 39. Going up. Create a new video. 40. 40 is going up now. Okay, so now we gotta go. No, that's not what I want to do. To the Chamber of Rule. The Steps of Thal. Welcome, Paladin. These have been troubled times for the Sultan Sworn, and you have served us loyally. You did what was just, followed the Paladin way, and defended the weak and needy. You are a true oath keeper. Honor and right were yours from the very beginning, and that is what made you strong, strong enough to defeat me. The Sword Oath Keeper is yet to be found, but I have come to realize that I do not need it, and nay, not to lead the Sultan Sworn, nor to restore our good name. The oaths we keep are in our hearts, not in hallowed blades. Thulgzil has left to wander the nations of ARZ. He's a man of honor, and unless I am very much mistaken, he will continue to look for the sword that was gifted by our ruler centuries ago. I shall continue to serve Ulda as one of the Sultan Sworn. You shall defend the people of ARZ as a free paladin. Our paths diverge now, but we shall forever be bound by the oaths we keep in our hearts. Ah, but listen to me. Noble words aren't much good to an adventurer who has to face monsters and menaces out in the real world. Fortunately, I have something that will serve you rather better. Yeah, the sacred armor has been kept within the Sultan's Horn for many generations. It was given only to those Sultan's Horn who had, through feats of arms and deeds of great courage, earned the privilege to wear it. But something tells me that for the first time since it left the armorer's forge, this armor should go to someone who is not of the Sultan's Horn. If I allowed myself to be a slave to tradition, the paladin who deserved it the most would never wear it. Now, wouldn't that be a waste of fine plate? Just one thing, if anyone asks where you got it, you mustn't say it was me. Okay, okay. And we got a hallowed ground. That's cool. Let's put on our new armor. This concludes the Paladin quest for Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have completed the main scenario quest before the dawn. Once you've done so, the next Paladin quest will be available from Genlands. Okay, okay, okay. I think that's... Yeah! Now we're getting there. We're beginning to look a lot like a Paladin. Valor Armor Coffer. Resist. Valor. What is the difference? Oh, it's better. Oh, that's cool. 45 or 46. So this should be an upgrade as well. Ooh. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not great either. Okay, so, getting pretty geared out. That's cool. I am going to go ahead and end this video here. It ran a little over an hour. Apologies. We did get a lot done. Um, if you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for updates. I'm gonna just be pumping out videos probably. You can always catch me live at twitch.tv/I'm not gonna lie. There should be a link in the description, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you again so much.